Way back in episode 23, I showed how to do a cured and cold smoked salmon. Today, what we're going to do is Gravlax, which is cured but unsmoked salmon. So I have a 2 to 3 pound salmon fillet here, skin on, bones out, and the skin side scored to about 1/8 inch. You can see the scoring on that. So that's 1/8 inch score. Okay? Now I flip that back over. Now, the cure. So what are we going to do for the cure? We've got about half a cup of kosher salt, a 1/4 cup of sugar, and a tablespoon of crushed black pepper. That's going to be the cure. Now, I have this here. This is 2 to 1 kosher salt to sugar. Some people like their Gravlax a little sweeter. You can actually go as far as the opposite. You could go 2 to 1 with the sugar being 2 and the salt being 1 in order to, if you want a somewhat sweeter Gravlax. Now for the flavors, that's the cure. We also need some flavor. So this mix here, this is 3 tablespoons of lemon juice and 3 tablespoons of cognac. Now usually this is done with neutral spirits like aquavit, vodka, something like that. But I like to give it a little extra depth, so we're going to go with some cognac. I've also got a bunch of French dill and I've got tablespoon of cracked juniper berries. So I've got it here. Now I've reversed it. It's skin side down. It's sitting on cheesecloth in this pan, and I'm gonna just brush this on, and I'm just gonna keep brushing it on, and it's gonna go off to the sides, and that's fine. And when I get this all here, it'll soak a little bit into the cheesecloth, which is also a good thing. So give it a nice coat of this, right? I'm going to use all of it. There we go. Okay. That's soaked and it's getting into the cheesecloth, and that's going to be a good thing because that's going to get underneath it and we'll get some flavor there too. All right, so once I've done that, I'm going to go to the cure. Now what I want to do with the cure is I want it to be evenly distributed on the salmon. And there's a lot of cure too, but you got to realize the cure is going to draw the water out. It's going to dry the salmon a little bit. It's going to preserve it basically. If you think about it, I mean, he's not going to last forever, but this will help. It's basically a salting process like you would preserve. Now, as I go through and doing this, I'm going to press it down. I'm trying to distribute evenly, right? And I'm just going to keep going until I put all of this in here. Don't worry about it getting too salty or something like that, because what's going to happen is it's going to draw the water out of the salmon, dry it out some, it's going to flavor it, but it's not all going to go in there during the curing process. And what will happen is I will brush all of this off. There's going to be a crust that's going to form on top, wet crust, and I am going to wipe that off when the curing process is done, which takes a little bit of time because this has to get into the salmon all the way. Okay, so now I've got the cure on. I've got the liquid that I put on it too, and I'm going to add some final flavor, and that's the dill. So I'm just going to break off tops of the dill here, and I'm going to lay that and cover this thing entirely with dill. Okay, and we'll do that and then that and that, and then once that's done, then I'm going to go, remember I mentioned I had some crushed juniper berries, and I'm going to add those. So I've got this covered, right? That's what I want to do. Get it covered, like so. And that flavor is going to be drawn into it also. And then I've got the crushed juniper berries, and I'm just going to scatter those across the top, like so. Okay. And now I'm going to finish this. I'm going to wrap, to complete the wrap with the cheesecloth. Okay, and this is going to go on the fridge, but it's got to be weighted. It's going to be weighted down because we want the cure to get in, and we want to get the liquid to get out. I've got a pan here. I have a 2-pound weight, so that's what you need, about 2 pounds. If you don't have a 2-pound weight, what can you use? Well, a large can of tomatoes weighs about 2 pounds, or a couple of cans of beans. So that's just basically what you got to do. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and it's going to sit in there for 3 days unmolested, and then we'll come back and we'll slice a little bit up and we'll give it a taste. So we'll see you in a few days. The Gravlax have been curing for 3 days. I took the weight off of it. You can see that, the curing process draws liquid out. You can see that here. And this is nice and firm, which is what you want because that proves it's cured. Okay? And we unwrap it. And there we have our cured Gravlax. Okay, now, we do have to take all of the excess stuff off, right?
So
okay.
that's like dill and...
There was dill, there was juniper berries, there's salt. I'll actually get all of this off. And it's basically, they say brush it off, as opposed to rinsing it off, is just try to brush it off. So you got to do that. We'll get to that. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick taste test on this. I'm going to take a knife here. Okay, nice and firm, so that's good. That means it's cured through it, right? If you don't have raw salmon in the middle. So I'm going to take this piece off. This is not what we're going to taste test because that's the end, and it's got everything on it. So here you can see what it looks like inside.
Yes, perfect.
Right? And we're going to just take a slice of this. And we are going to cut it in half. And we are each going to taste this.
So this is like the easiest.
Right, because you're not smoking. Yeah. You're basically just cured for 3 days. Well,
It's got a kind of a firm texture, slightly salty.
yeah, and that'll be a little better when we finish.
Getting the dill.
You do get the dill. I got the juniper berry too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I taste cognac. I wouldn't say it's got, but you definitely know there's something in there. It isn't just a neutral spirit. Yeah.
Right.
So what do you think?
I'm going to be very happy helping you eat the rest of this.
Okay. Very good. Okay, folks. Gravlax, cured, unsmoked salmon, delicious. And we'll see you next time.